Good afternoon, everybody. Today's Thursday. It's just after 2:30 in the afternoon. And really, what the hell happened to Bitcoin and the crypto market? It's down 20 billion in market cap. Today's video, I'm going to explore what I believe is going on, potentially what's happening, and what I'm going to be doing, just to give people a transparent view on what I'll be doing over the next few days or weeks even. So anyway, without further ado, let's get stuck in. So what happened? Well, I've just drawn a bit of a chart here. No technical analysis, just really looking at what's going on in terms of drops, and you'll identify. I've just created a few blue boxes, and I'm going to talk about those shortly. But what's very clear is that there's been a very big red day across all the markets, including um, just altcoins and Bitcoin and everybody else. And so what I'd like to talk about is what could have affected this and what's been impacting and what's going on fundamentally, macroeconomically, global economically, and so on. And okay, so the first big bit of news that's been come about is that love him or hate him, Trump's getting impeached again, about a conversation, I believe. And so, what are we going to do with that news? The markets have reacted quite negatively. And I know we're always saying Bitcoin and cryptos are a non correlated asset, but the S&P took a hit, um, the Dow, everything's taken a hit. And so, what does that why is that the case? Well, because when there's every time Trump gets in trouble or something like that or comes out with a statement, the markets react accordingly. And whether or not it's a coincidence or not that cryptos has, it's still a correlation in some respects. And so what I wanted to talk about is firstly being aware of, although we're saying that, or it has been said over the past months, that Bitcoin, cryptos are a market to themselves, there clearly is a bit of correlation. Might not affect it as much as other markets. Pretty big effect in the fact that Bitcoin has gone down over 20%, and so I think let's look at this. So firstly, where was that chart that I just had up a second ago? Cool. We've got this chart up. One thing that's always been spoken about, and I've spoken about it, I know there's a lot of reports out there that, firstly, there was that big gap on the futures contracts, CME, where there's an 8,000 to 8,500 gap. That's now been filled. That's been spoken about. People said it's a myth. People said it doesn't happen. It's been filled. So that could be one other, not reasoning, but a causation that needed to occur. Second thing, I've just identified, I said before, previous boxes on the chart, the Bitcoin USD chart. And as you'll see on the 27th of the past few months, the past 4 months, we've had a dip. Maybe not as strong as this one. I'm not saying that this is a trading strategy. I'm not saying this is what you should be doing is shorting the market on anywhere near the 27th or 26th or the end of the month, shall we say, because the futures contracts expire. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is there's definitely a case for this is going on, as you can see. Dip, dip, dip. What's been going on? We've seen as well, there's been whale movements. And I find it quite funny that people call these whales. People holding a lot of bags of Bitcoin. We've got here, in the last 24 hours, moved over 37,000 Bitcoin. That's going to spook the market. I believe there's also been a sell-off of over $1 billion in Bitcoin, which, look, when there's a big sell-off of Bitcoin, that's going to trigger lots of things to happen in the market. There's going to be bots trading. There's going to be positions that have already, there's positions of stop losses. There's going to be positions of, the order book essentially is going to be wiped out. And so what does that cause? It either causes retail panic, causes algorithmic trading impacts. And so we've seen that the market has dipped in terms of what we're talking. Total market capitalization has dropped by 20 billion. 20 billion has been dropped. So that's 10% of the market as a whole. Well, just under 10% because it was 248 billion, wasn't it? So it's dropped significantly. What does that mean? Well, it happens. It's been happening, and if I zoom out of this chart that I've got, we've seen drops like this. Time. There's another one. Time. Time. There's another one, and another one. We're people who are being in the crypto space for a, a wealth of time. Look, there's loads of drops there, but there's also spikes as well that go more than 20%. Look, so the market. This is what cryptocurrency, especially Bitcoin, is. It's very much a volatile entity. That's what's attractive. That means you can make money, but it also means you can lose a lot of money as well. You made a lot of money through Bitcoin and crypto trading. And one thing I wanted to talk about is what the strategy and what I'm doing. Well, I'm being honest with you. I'm buying in these periods because, to be honest, I don't really care personally what the price is right now. What I care about is accumulation of Bitcoin. And the best opportunities are when there are the biggest drops in the market to see the upside. And I'm not buying in a hurry, but when I see these things, this is that's what I do. I see that Bitcoin has dropped 20%. Why wouldn't I buy? I'm a long-term believer in cryptocurrencies, and so those of you who are day trading, or those of you who are new to this crypto space and seeing the market drop by this much, you're probably worried this is not for you. Well, that may be the case, but those of us who spent the time educating and making ourselves aware of the market and how it reacts to events, you'll know that this is almost standard protocol. If this happened in the more general markets, in the forex markets, in the in the stock market, there'd be mass panic. But for us, it's quite normal. And so we noticed that from a technical point of view, um, there are some key levels, which I'm not saying that we'll get to, but there are some key levels which we need to look out for. Obviously, the 6,000 level being one of them. That's a huge low, and I don't know if it'll go down there, but I'll be buying definitely if it does. If it goes down to the 4,000 or 3,000 level again, wow, people were saying they wished they bought when it was that low. The problem with mindset of retail investors or retail traders is that they see it's going to go a bit lower, it's going to go a bit higher, whether they buy or sell. They generally miss the boat and then they FOMO in. What we do here at Platinum is educate our members to be a bit more calculated. They have set plans, strategies around where they're going to be buying. Look, the 8,000 level, 8,005, I was always going to buy around there. I spoke about it before. We're going to be looking at the 6,000, 7,000 major levels. 7,000s, I'm not really quite sure. If it got to 6,000, definitely. 4,000, 3,000 reason, yeah, I'm buying again because we bought down here, we made the profits, we're selling profits, and then we're buying in on these dips on the way down. And it doesn't have to be difficult. You set your orders, just wait for it to happen. These are the things what you have to be aware of in crypto. Bitcoin is like or say cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin. It's like backing Apple when it was on the edge of going bust. You either believe in the project or the company, or you don't. And if you believe in cryptocurrencies and if you believe in the decentralized monetary system, then why would you be worried with all the global economic problems that are going on at the moment? One bit of great news on a different topic, however. London becomes the world's top fintech city by number of deals closed, beats New York and San Francisco. Being in the UK, great news. We love the fact that cryptos are being adopted and that although we haven't raised the most capital in the space, it seems like we've done the most deals in the space. In London, I say we've. London being great, tech savvy, real up to date technological city. And one thing I'm really liking is this: the FCA, with its apparent willingness to craft crypto friendly regulation. That is a real positive sentiment. I like that. Great news, great impacting the market. I want to see more of it, and I want to see more of the major players like Coinbase, um, all the major wallets, all the on ramps adopting that mentality and really making it easier for us in the UK to access the market. What I'd like to see as well is these. I'd like to see a bit of this 37,000 Bitcoin. But to be fair, I've already mentioned the whale watch, but this just gives you a bit of an indication of the sorts of movements of Bitcoin and what spooks the market. Most of it happening from Binance and OKX. I think that, look, if you're moving 1,000 Bitcoin or 750, 1,500 Bitcoin, why are they moving it? They're moving it at the end of the month. Maybe they're cashing out. Maybe they're doing some over the counter transactions. Maybe they're simply moving it for security reasons and it spooked the market. Or maybe there's some mass manipulation going on with contracts, future contracts. They're pushing the price down because they bought a contract that said the price was going to go down. They've caused it. They've made money. They're going to buy back their Bitcoin. I wouldn't be surprised that you see the market reverse quite happily. But that's just my opinion. Hope everybody's had a great week. I know your market's not looking, your portfolios aren't looking good today, but if you want some more support from Platinum, get in touch. We've just released a new article on investing in cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, mining, wallets, what you need to use, how mining affects the industry, the hash rate. Oh, on a secondary note, the hash rate saw a bit of a drop recently, and people are talking about it. I don't believe that's anything to worry about. Um, the blocks aren't based on time to completion. The blocks are based on the hash rate power that's ongoing at that time. And so don't worry about that. In my personal opinion, I don't think it's anything to worry about. These whales that have moved money around could be the mining organizations cashing out a little bit, paying some of their electricity bills. It's the end of the month at the end of the day. Who knows? Anyway, total speculation that, but this article is really designed for somebody that's new to the industry that wants to help get started. And so what I believe is, if you need any help, get in touch, book a session with us if you wish. Subscribe to our free magazine that we distribute each week. It's got some great content. Check out the videos, check out the articles. We're here to support anybody and anybody who wants to get involved in the crypto space. If you're holding a crypto portfolio at the moment and you need help with it, get in touch. You can speak to myself or one of the other guys here. Have a great day. Speak to you all soon.